I have finally leveled out further. Don't feel like I'm 100%, but it's been getting better and better. Only thing I think might be affecting my days is my sleep is a little off. But outside of that, everything actually seems pretty good. Only thing I have is some invasive thoughts. Invasive thoughts being like, I don't know, if one of my kids is eating a bowl of cereal, all of a sudden I'm like, well, what if she chokes on one of the cereal and she can't breathe and, she's dying or something like that? Which, when it becomes an invasive thought, it becomes all you can think about. And I don't mean to, by any means. And usually, any thoughts like that, most other people can like rationalize through them. But this just literally is an invasive thought. It keeps coming up and coming up, and I keep trying to calm myself down. So, and that's just one of the extreme examples. A little bit of paranoia going on, but it's more socially. It's weird. I think a lot of the little minor things that I'm dealing with are just things that I didn't deal with on Tegretol. So, like with Tegretol, like with each medication, there's still a little bit of bipolar left. It's not 100% gone. But I think with Tegretol, the symptoms that I was dealing with then are different than the ones I am now. They're subdued, or a little bit less, but still there. So that just might be a matter of getting used to how to deal with that. My tremors are still a problem. They haven't lessened at all, so I'm just going to assume that the tremors and my level of tremors is just permanent, well, while I'm on lithium. So being much more stable at the moment, I'm okay with the tremors. I just drop a lot of stuff and it sucks. Like trying to put my makeup on, my makeup brushes, I'm doing this and then, it falls. It's not even necessarily like from the actual shaking, it's just when I go to do anything, my equilibrium's off, and with the shakes and me being so jumpy, it's made a lot of things difficult. Kind of sucks, but at the same time, it's just a new set of side effects to get used to. And once, if they ever become out of control or too much to deal with, then I'll deal with them then. Just like with the Tegretol, the reason I'm on lithium is because the Tegretol side effects were just becoming overwhelming. And I'm still losing weight. I'm losing probably about a half a pound a week, which is pretty impressive because I keep track of my calories, but like last week I didn't do very good as far as staying on track. I didn't overeat, but I definitely went over on my daily caloric intake. But I was down 0.6 pounds, 6, 7, yeah, 0.6, so a little over a half a pound since last Monday. Let's see what else is there. I get headaches from watching TV. At first I thought it was playing video games. Well, the video game I play. I don't play anything else. And it does make headaches worse. I think they like watching TV at all gives me headaches. Sometimes even watching like my phone. I watch a bunch of videos and documentaries on my phone. Sometimes even prolonged exposure to like that. And I really don't know what the hell that's about. I've tried looking it up, and it looks like other people experience it, but it's not really like, most people kind of have lithium headaches, and I have specific like induced lithium headaches. Before I was getting them kind of all the time or here and there. Now I don't get them as much, except when I watch TV, whether it's video games or a movie or, whatever it is. So that's very strange. Let's see. I'm just glad I'm stable. I'm just very glad I'm stable. I deal with things that are stressful a lot better. Or like situations that I would normally, I wouldn't say freak out in, but just be, just be relatively like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Now I've got to deal with da-da. Now I'm just like, all right, cool, we'll figure out a way to get through it, which is awesome because that's what I was missing before. Been able to keep up with journaling. I've been able to keep up with recently like the videos, and all sorts of, and like keeping up with keeping the house clean, which I keep mentioning that like it's a big deal, but it is kind of a big deal because my environment always reflects exactly it exactly matches my mental state. So it's like if everything's really messy, it can be like, oh well, Gwen feels like shit. If it's like just a bunch of trash I haven't thrown away, I'd be like, well, Gwen's depressed. So since being on Lithium, I've been able to keep up with everything. And at first I thought like, holy crap, is this hypomania? Is that why the house is clean? But no, the good news is like with hypomania, like you've got to get this stuff done. And now I'm just like, fuck, I hate doing this. I hate doing this. This sucks. But I'll go ahead and do it. That's how I can tell it's not hypomania. That, and I don't spend like one day cleaning the entire house top to bottom, every crevice, clean the, each one of my dog's hairs. Like this is just a matter of like minor upkeep, which is nice. The house looks great. I feel much better. I'm so glad. And at work, the anxiety's gone down a lot. There's still a little bit to work through, but that's more of like a getting started situation. So it's like the first two people I talk to, that aren't my coworkers, like I'm a little shaky or hesitant or a little bit of anxiety. But like after the first like minute or two of talking and getting started with that, I feel better. And part of that isn't just talking. It's a matter of properly communicating with someone, like in my job atmosphere. So that comes to actually a lot of listening. Even though my job is sales, like I've long since learned doing sales prior and then, being in consumer is somebody that looms over you and talks a lot. Like it's so fucking annoying. So I actually talk significantly less when dealing with people that come into the shop than in my normal life. But so that's kind of what keeps me level is the interaction to where, you have to ask questions and like, there's an exchange. It's not just talking. Because if it was just talking that got me started for the day, like it'd be no problem. I mean, I have coworkers and I talk to them all the time. So I'm sure they're excited by that. See, I'm trying to think. I was supposed to write everything down, but I didn't. So I guess I'm not keeping up with everything perfectly. Sleep hasn't been as great, but that I can't help. I'm doing the best I can. But my going to sleep at the time I'm supposed to and then waking up at the time I'm supposed to has been going wonderfully. I haven't like stayed up late. I haven't messed up my sleep schedule at all. If you don't know, if you don't have bipolar or you have bipolar and you don't know, sleep and a sleep schedule, actually having everything scheduled out is incredibly important to stability. My memory, oh man, it's so great. My memory's so amazing. I remember my memory used to be great, but the Tegretol kind of made my memory foggy, to say the least. And then before being diagnosed and medicated, I had a great memory, but I kind of didn't get to choose what I got to remember. It's hard to explain. Now with everything in my brain being quieted, not bipolar and just full of symptoms, I am able to remember anything that I want to. I'm stuck on World War I again, and that's just because, like, throughout the years, I can't say I have a hard time wrapping my head around it, but it's kind of like an explosion as far as, like, history information goes. So I'm revisiting it in, like, books, documentaries, podcasts, like everything. And the cool thing is one, I remember already a lot. It's stuff that I apparently like wrote down in my head once upon a time, and then now that I'm going over it, I'm like, oh yeah, da. But I'm absorbing the information at a much better rate than I ever have in my life. I don't have to struggle, and I am adult ADHD, so that, adult. I've been ADHD my whole life, but that's played into it as well. But I have to say, for having the shakes, being uncoordinated, unable to close my eyes while standing up because of the equilibrium issues, the ability to learn and retain new information is absolutely priceless to me. That, I mean, no matter how bad of a day I'm having, the fact that like I can watch or read something and I've got it, and not only that, but I can retell it to someone else. I can take all that information and, trim and refine it to where somebody who's completely uninterested in what I'm talking about, I can find something they would find interesting, and I could relay the facts, information in a way tailored to each person I'm talking to. It's just fascinating how my brain works, and I'm so amazed by it because I haven't been able to experience it like this in a long, long time. Probably, if ever. I haven't really felt like this since, being manic, but I can tell this is different than mania because it's just like a level feeling to it. I don't have any like crazy ideas or excess energy. Just everything has been like nice and constant. I'm really excited. These are the videos that I've been waiting to make after 7-8 weeks now of all of the bad withdrawals and side effects. So far everything is great, and I'm so grateful for it. So, till next time.